Today's the day. Today is the day, and no one knows what to do or say about it. Today is the day. The significance of this is being lost because the mainstream media, the heritage media, are some of the most unimaginative and dim-witted dolts anyone has ever seen. If I were to explain to you the significance of what today means, I would have to go perhaps maybe to a European community, certainly a foreign community, or maybe an alternative media base. I would have to find folks who are themselves able to understand and appreciate nuance, who don't necessarily want this ridiculous, this nonsense, this repetitive bumper sticker, playbook, echo chamber, cookie cutter, playbook, repetitious nonsense. The most important thing about this is to put it into perspective, but nobody wants to hear perspective. They want to see Alan Dershowitz with that camera up his nose say these inflammatory, very newsworthy pieces, because you have to, in order to get coverage, in order to get traction, you've got to say things that are like, rah! I think, from what I've seen, maybe there's somebody else, the best commentator I've seen is without a doubt Andy McCarthy from New York, from National Review, and he's on Fox from time to time. And he seems, his writing, his presentation is less than spirited, but his writings are exquisite. And it's perfect. And the thing that you have to do is to sit back and to spend time parsing this. Nobody has any time for it. Let me tell you the number one issue here. The number one. And we, as those who have been in the biz, if you've ever had the chance of being the person who starts a criminal prosecution, it's the prosecutor. The police can arrest all they want. The FBI can do whatever they want. But it's the prosecutor who says, okay, now I'm going to, unless I file charges, unless this is like a speeding ticket or something where it's a different format, obviously, but unless there's an indictment or an information or something that I'm a part of, this won't go anywhere. All your hard work, all of your efforts, all of your everything that you did, everything that you thought was important, everything, it doesn't mean anything if I don't prosecute it. It doesn't go anywhere. And what I do is I work in concert with law enforcement, state, local, federal, FBI, CIA, well, not CIA, DEA, FDA, regulatory, administrative, cattle, livestock, you know what I mean? All kinds of people. They bring stuff to me. They bring me, say, hey, did you see this guy? He's selling livestock without, there you go, thank you very much. Hey, we're going to bring you this case. What happened? This woman was burglarized. This man's trafficking in cocaine. This man is from the Epstein case. Who? Jeffrey Epstein. Who? Jeffrey Epstein. No, we don't know anything about that. See? Wait a minute. What about Hillary Clinton? Who? Beg your pardon? Hunter Biden? Who? Huh? The prosecutor can kill it. Never goes anywhere. It's the most important job there is. And nobody can force me. You can fire me, but you can't force me. Ron DeSantis, the only thing that he did worthwhile, well, I should strike that. The only thing that he did that nobody's done, I mean, really, is to fire the Hillsborough County, my own office, the 13th Judicial Circuit, the state attorney, Andrew Warren, who was a Soros, Soros, who, by the way, all of a sudden has amnesia. Alvin Bragg. Bragg? I don't know. Never heard of him. Never met. Okay, fine. Thanks, George. And when you get to a certain age, you pull a Biden. I don't. Okay, fine. Anyway, so what we have right now, and what is critical to know, and what's fascinating in this entire maelstrom of activity here, is target prosecution is really what this is about. Lavrentiy Beria. Do you remember him? Of course you do. This was Stalin's main dude. Remember this? Lavrentiy Beria, the most ruthless and longest serving secret police chief in Joseph Stalin's reign of terror in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, bragged that he could prove criminal conduct on anyone. Show me the man, and I'll show you the crime. And this is the most. I mean, he was deputy premier from 41 until Stalin's death in 53. He supervised the expansion of gulags and secret detention facilities until he was executed for treason after Khrushchev's coup d'etat in 53. But the notion of this, it's target prosecution. Show me the man, and I'll show you the crime. That's the essence of this. Now, do you think I'm going to win any hearts on any kind of morning show with three doofuses sitting on a couch, yucking it? Come on, stop it. Target prosecution. Now, is it illegal? No. It's not illegal. Is it immoral, perhaps? It might be immoral. Is it unconscionable? Yeah. Is it unethical? Perhaps. But it's legal. It's legal. That's the issue here. And you got Weird Al Bragg, this lightweight, please. No puns, please. You have this lightweight Weird Al who has no idea what he's doing. None. He has no clue. I mean, he's been bouncing around, kind of a titular head. He said this, okay, we're going to drop charges. We're going to reduce half of the crime. Okay. Well, part of that progressive Soros, deep state, police state, intel state, so to speak. The new police state, which is weird, is like selective police state. His predecessor, Cy Vance, I'm going to say it again, didn't want anything to do with these stupid cases against Trump in New York. No. There may be other cases, and we'll talk about that later. But what? Business records? No, stop it. Stop it. Could it be against the law? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not made up. There is a statute. There is a fraudulent business statute, business records, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, but it's Is there a spitting on the sidewalk statute? Yeah. Could you charge somebody with that? Yeah. By the way, this is my brand new piece at Lionel Illegal, which is the other YouTube channel, please, right there. It's entitled Weird Al Bragg, the Shadow Government's Lavrentiy Beria. See, that's the part that's it. Now, you want to hear only good news. And I know this. You want to hear it. There is a very, very good chance, a very, very, very good chance that Mr. Bragg might have his case dismissed because of statute of limitations problem. And that's the issue. That's the issue. At the misdemeanor level. But what about the felony level? And again, I'm saying this to you because I've said it before. We haven't had anything released yet. We don't know anything. We don't know anything. We think it's this. It's 130, no, excuse me, 130. It's 34 counts. Basically one transaction chopped up into a million pieces. And I've made a rather scatological reference as to what this thing is chopped up. Is that illegal? No. Is it possible? Yes. Yes. Will Alvin Bragg lose his ticket and license because? No. Yeah, but Alan Dershowitz, no. No. Alvin Bragg will be able to say, I have a case here that we brought in good faith. It involved the fraudulent labeling or whatever of business records. Later on, we think, because remember, I'm saying it again, we haven't read any, as I speak to you right now at 8:14 Eastern Time on April the 4th, Tuesday, Indictment Day, we don't know yet. But there's no... Alvin Bragg says, I'm going to tell people, I'm going to tell the jury who Michael Cohen is. I'm going to explain this. One of the reasons why he's a perjurer is because he lied to cover up Trump. So he'll say. And I'm sorry, but Dershowitz, I don't know where he comes up with this stuff. I really don't. He's very good. He's a professional. He's kind of like the Donald Trump of the legal world. You know what I mean? He's a professional. He's very good. Most of what he says, most of what he does, is his hubristic approach. That's really what's interesting about him. Not his legal theories, but his certitude. Okay? Now, here's my problem. You don't want to hear about the rest of it. You don't want to hear about the rest of it. You just don't. I know you don't. You want to hear everything's fine, he's going to win, and all the other charges are just as bad, if not worse than this. That's not true. But there's one thing about Trump which is so weird. This is so strange. It's almost like John Gotti to an extent. And I don't want to make any comparisons. But you see, Trump doesn't know shame. Trump knows publicity. He doesn't know what that means. As if you shine a light on him, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the light. Not a good light, false light, good light, praise. Praise is okay. What gets the most attention and what is the most newsworthy? That's what he's about. It's almost, it's wild. It really is, seriously. He's incredible. When they said, well, you know what? We're going to handcuff you. And he said, well, you better. And when you do, I want it published. I'm going to post that. Well, they went against the handcuffing. They got rid of the mugshot, right, honey? No handcuffs, no mugshot. I don't even know about fingerprints. I don't even know if I'm not even. They backed off on virtually everything because remember the police don't want to do it. Maybe the DA's office can do it. Do you know? He said, "I'm gonna take that mugshot, and that mugshot is gonna be That's gonna be my campaign picture, and I love that. You better get a good mugshot picture. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like." Everybody else horrified by the mugshot. Not Trump. Trump loves this. Handcuff me. Please. Can we do the perp walk? No, Mr. President. No, sir. Sir. Oh, damn it. What about the mugshot? We're not going to do the mugshot. Not going to do the mugshot. Somebody was saying, well, he'll make millions from that. Maybe, but it's not his. It'll be the most Photoshop thing ever. And then you get into this overkill stuff. So somebody along the line is doing polling on this. Somebody, the shadow government, somebody is doing polling, and they said, you know what? Back this off. Back it down. Now, Weird Al, you're teeing this up. This is your, and now they're talking about the judge. Do they have the wrong judge? This judge, he handled other cases. Maybe the chief judge will assign him because he's too involved in this. Because he handled the grand jury, and maybe it's a good idea. You know what? Get somebody else involved in this. Do they care about this? Do they care about this? Maybe. But if this one judge keeps doing all the Trump cases, because they do care about fundamentally appearing to be somewhat fair, just somewhat fair, a little bit fair. They want to pretend that they're just, if at all possible. I can't tell you what my police friends are saying to me, but I will say this. Many, if not all, are absolutely in love with Trump. Many cops. Many, as you can imagine. Why? Because people want to defund the police. Because we have an oath for a mayor who said with a straight face, there's no place in New York City for crime. You are kidding me. What? He actually said this. Do you understand this? He actually said this. This is the mayor of New York. He said, there's no place for crime. Dear God. Dear God. Now, when this is over, what happens? Is there going to be a gag order? Maybe against the lawyers. The lawyers are a member of the bar, member of the court, of the first department. Maybe, they maybe should. And if they're smart, they will do this. I would give this absolutely, I would say nothing. Joe Tacopina is saying things that don't predict anything, don't say anything. Your line is simply this. All of my talking, all of my comments, all of my statements are in court, not here, or in official filings or whatever it is. Not in here. I'm not going to do this. But he can't do it. He can't do it. And the reason why is because he loves publicity, maybe more than Trump. He loves this. You have no idea. He loves this. He loves the pictures of him outside his car, tailored clothes, high-powered. Oh my God. We've already been through this before. You've got to back up, back down, and shut up. Shut up. It's critical. This is a life. This is just imagine you're a doctor or physician about to, you're Ben Carson and you're doing a hemispherectomy and there's a child whose life depends on you. You have to be able to, you don't come out and say, we're going to beat this thing. No, don't say anything. No. Just wait. Because here's what Jack Smith is saying. You know who he is? That's that real scary looking dude who's, this is a fellow who's most probably going to try or prosecute Trump for the following. The Mar-a-Lago case and the Mar-a-Lago documents, they are pursuing and obstruction of justice. Tack, from what we can see. Not that he possessed these things. See, I've got friends of mine, they're on, radio, and they see things like, well, Trump just had those documents, and other people keep the documents. No. We're not talking about the documents. We're talking about if it can be shown that he obfuscated, colluded with, interfered with. And I don't care whether you think it makes sense or not. That scares the hell out of me. It's a very simple thing. Trump is not a serial killer, but Trump could have done something very easily that could be construed and proved as obstruction, impeding an investigation, not coming forward, not being, whatever. I don't know. We like Trump. I understand that. You like him. He's a great guy. But it's possible that in his exuberance, he could have very easily done something which technically was whatever, even though he in no way intended or meant to obstruct or include anything. So that's number one. Number two, did he do anything? This is Jack Smith as well. Did he do anything to impede the certification of the vote? Did he commit seditious conspiracy? Did he? Because seditious conspiracy, you need two or more. I think it probably may be fine, maybe two or more. But did he do anything to impede, to interrupt, to derail, to obfuscate? Sorry, I keep saying obfuscate. To interfere with. Let me just read it to you again. This is what I do. I didn't want you to do this. You go right now to, here we go, seditious conspiracy. This is the one that just, oh my God. You read this one, it scares the hell out of me. Listen to this one, 18 U.S.C. 2384. If two or more persons in any state or territory or any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States conspire, if two or more persons conspire to overthrow, no, put down, what does that mean? Or destroy by force the government of the United States, no. Or to levy war against them, no. Or oppose by force the authority thereof, no. Or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law. By force, two or more persons, by force, to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law. And in the case of the January 6th, folks, or by force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States. But did Trump in any way delay the execution of any law? Did he conspire? Do you know what that means? I don't know what evidence they have, and I don't know who's available or whatever it is. But do you know what that is? If all of a sudden he says, "Yeah, I got people," sure. Who are you? And you can maybe they granted immunity. I don't know. You get some staffer or somebody who says, "Yeah," he said, "Hey, Mike, do the right thing, Mike. Come on, man." What does that mean? I don't know what that means. You don't think a federal prosecutor could get a DC grand jury? Oh my God. That's it. He wanted to hinder the execution of a law. What was the law? It was the certification of the vote. You don't think so? That scares the hell out of me. Oh my God, what has he got? What does he have? Okay? That's the third thing. Remember, Manhattan, those two. Then we've got Tish James. This is a civil case. Attorney General of New York. Trump may have overpledged, overvalued, over hypothecated his securities property. You know, I don't know about that because, you know, banks always verify this for themselves. So that's the fourth one. The fifth one is the Georgia case, the Stop the Steal. And I'm not as familiar with that one, but that's a grand jury. And if you don't think, see, this is the best part. If you don't think somewhere along the line, somebody, by virtue of not what you think Trump did, but what they interpret Trump is doing when he picked up the phone and say, listen, can you get me how many votes or whatever there is. Listen, I don't think he should be prosecuted or sued for any of this stuff. But my opinion doesn't matter. You don't think that matters? And I've been through the E. Jean Carroll case, which is politically minefield. Not criminal. It's a civil lawsuit for sexual assault. Oh my God. See, people they look at her and they go, oh, she's crazy. See, these people, when you go to a doctor and you say, Doc, yeah, can you look at this mole? Wait a minute. You sure about this? Nah, it's probably nothing. Don't worry about it. Do you have cancer in your family? Does it run in your family? Nah. I want the doctor who says, come here. We're going to take this off. We're going to test it. Do you think it's cancer, Doc? No, but I'm going to test it. Could it be cancer? Yes. Yes, it could be. That's why I'm going to test it. Wait a minute, you told me it was okay. I think it's okay, but I'm going to test it. That's what you want. You want somebody to tell you, this is what we're looking at here. Not, don't worry about it. And these lunatics, there's a bunch of people, I'm sorry, but these folks online, they have these pictures of Trump and look at this, and he's got this, oh my God, and there he is, and he's coming down from the heavens on Pegasus, and he's, what is this? What do you think this is? It's weird. There are some people who hate him, and I don't understand why. And there are other people I know who think he's deified. This apotheosis. He's come from the heavens. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Because Trump does some stupid stuff. But just when you think he's sunk, he turns it around. He does these things that are just, I don't know. When Trump ran for office, he said, oh, this guy's going to just get it handed to him. They're going to break it off in him. He's up against Jeb. Jeb Bush was the biggest thing. Jeb Bush was so, what you would call New World Order or what, I don't know. Jeb Bush was a monster. With that money, with Prescott Bush's money, oh my God. Dear God. Dear God. And he went, what do you call him, Sleepy Jeb or some stupid, childish moniker, and it stuck. It's like, this stuck? Sleepy or Slowpoke or, I don't know what he called. Hey, little Marco. That's the, wow. That's the riposte. That's the Oscar Wilde, Gore Vidal. Wow. Crooked Hillary. Okay. I'm thinking, this is the lamest stuff I've ever heard in my life. Megyn Kelly, covered with blood or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? They loved it. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. He's killing them. And I said, there's no way he's going to beat Hillary Clinton. They're not going to let him beat Hillary Clinton. Unless somebody said, with 4 years of Trump, we're going to drive these people so crazy, so nuts. Remember, it was June the 16th, 2015, when he came down that escalator at Trump Tower. We're going to drive these people crazy. 4 years of him? Oh my God. 4 years of him, we can virtually rewrite and almost shut down social media like you can't believe. We haven't even gotten to COVID yet, but just him. We'll be able to create the anti-Trump base that is so nuts that anything we say, nothing that we are doing now could possibly be the case without this insanity. Okay? Nothing that we could be doing now. Nothing could be even remotely possible without him winning. You understand that? You got that? It's just... And then Hillary was so unliked. Nobody will ever understand. Nobody liked Hillary. Some people liked Biden. Biden was, he's still kind of harmless, and some people kind of like him now because they just he's cognitively unavailable, but his demeanor, his mien is not, So think about this. Everything we're doing now would not have been possible. See, with Hillary Clinton would have been, because she's a Republican. I don't know if anybody notices this, but you probably know this. She has she just does not, I don't know what it is. So Trump, many people believe, might have been allowed to win because and I know, if they wanted him to actually win, he would, or lose, or her win, she would have won. Absolutely. Now let me ask you a question. Do you honestly think Donald Trump wants to go back to the White House? Answer my question. I'm not saying he doesn't want to run, doesn't want to make money, doesn't want to have speeches, doesn't want that he was never happier than when he's running for office or when he's speaking to people. Do you really think he wants to go back? You think Melania is going anywhere near that place again? Hell no. Barron? Oh no. Ivanka says, see ya, I'm out of here. Do you think Trump wants to go back to that? He's playing golf every day. And by the way, he's in a golf cart with some woman. I don't think it's a good idea, but nobody listens to me because nobody listens to me. You honestly think he wants to go back? We say, oh yeah, I remember this place. This place is probably wired for sound. Yeah, I want to go back to this prison. I'm going to go back to this place again. I can't wait. Yeah. Yeah, boy, I love this place. Yeah, a lot of good memories here. Yeah. Yeah, bring me back so I can go through this again. Let me go through this again more. Do you think the country wants this? Do you think the country wants this again? Do you think so? Does anybody really? Forget whether you like him or not. Do you want to go through this right now? Do you want to go through this? Do you want to go through? Remember the old stories about, oh my God, I can't go to Christmas with my family because they drown, they go talk. Okay, fine. And those people are still going to be there. But I mean, things kind of sort of, Don't you think it's time maybe for somebody? Don't you think he's 76? Let the man just, use your push. And be the eminence grise, the great eminence. You be there. Stop playing golf all the time. Maybe speak to this. Do like Nixon did at Saddle River when he actually he was on shows and wrote books and cared about something. You think Trump is loving this? He's playing golf all the time. He's living life. He did his 4 years. He did it. He could say, I was the president of the United States. You've got to ask yourself this question, because if he wants to go back, he's insane. Because Melania ain't going to get anywhere. She's going to say, screw that. I'm not going to go there. And I don't think since Bess Truman, because Bess and Margaret left. They went back to independence at one point. And Harry was walking around by himself. And it was, who was it? Who was the guy when they answered the... Was it Cleveland? No. One president was all by himself. I forget who it was. And he would... See, all of the presidents in the old days used to leave during the summer because of they would die in office because of the swamp and the smell. And they said there was something very, very seriously wrong with the methane and the configuration of the topography of D.C. and the whole soggy bottom, whatever. Soggy bottom, I think that's Dusty Saddles' her first name is Soggy Bottom. Anyway. So I ask these people all the time, and they got their Trump hat. They go, that's nice. Do you think he wants to win? Oh, of course he does. What are you, nuts? Seriously, you want to go back to that again? It's horrible. The White House is like, I don't know what you think it is. It's not that great, and it's not that. I mean, it's not Versailles by any stretch of the imagination. Remember his inauguration? Nobody came. Who was it? Antonio Sabato was one. How about Chachi? He was going to perform. I think Dave. I think Sam died. I think Dave showed up. Andrea Bocelli bolted. Everybody else said, screw this. He had like the flying Walensky's, or he had nothing. It was the weirdest thing. He never had any Lincoln's Center, the awards for, how they would have people would come and perform. Nobody. Any live performance from the White House? Nobody. Unless you want to hear, Ted Nugent with his whistle. Ted Nugent with his teeth. I don't know what is with. And there's another individual on TV whose appliances, this birds are like, did you hear that? Yeah, what was that? Oh, he's talking again. He's doing cat scratch fever. No, it's that other guy. What is this? And I'm not going to mention names, but I could have sworn I saw the other night they pointed it out to me, somebody on TV gooned out of their mind. Waxed. Goon, halal, arrebatado, right? But that's neither here nor there. See, this is, I think people just love this. Hey, let's go down. The other day, I walked by Trump Tower a lot. There's nobody there. And the news comes there, bracing for what? What are you talking about? How many things? Trump's been indicted twice. Not indicted, impeached twice. He's been, what? People are like, yeah. And that's the best part, because we're kind of like immune to it. I'm sorry. So, Alvin Bragg, you're a schmuck if you went along with this. They're going to leave you high and dry. And don't be surprised if Merchan, this judge, doesn't say, get me out of here. I don't want to dismiss this case. Hell no. Why? They're going to bring a motion to dismiss, and they're going to be right, and I don't want to be the one to do it. And Bragg's going to be saying, go ahead, Judge, you dismiss it. No, Al, you dismiss it. Oh, I don't want to dismiss it. I don't want to go on the record having dropped the case against Trump. Well, you were the one who brought it. Well, you're the judge, then dismiss it if it's so bad. No, hell no, you take it. I don't want it. That's what they're doing now. And Trump's like this, go ahead. Anybody want this one? But don't smile too much, because you've got next. Oh, and by the way, where's John Durham? Remember him? Remember the Confederate War reenactor? Ooh, John Durham's coming. Ooh. What the hell did he do? John Durham. Ooh. What? Ooh. Stop saying ooh. What? Oh, he's gonna do what? I don't know. I just say this. He's gonna, ooh, John Durham. Wow. What a bunch of nothing that was. What is Trump's victory so far? What? The best thing he did was he got a lot of good judges and justices in store. The GOP is a waste of time. The Restrict Act is the worst draconian piece of free speech horror you've ever seen, and nobody's going to say anything about it. But you're going to have John Kennedy. I don't think she could run a Chuck E. Cheese. Isn't he great? Oh, Senator, you and your corn pone hayseed, bib overall, this Buford Justice kind of a foghorn, leghorn. Now, there's a problem we have. His bottom lip is my favorite. Now, I appreciate you. Everybody else, Matt Gaetz, by the way, who creeps me out. Phew. But he says some good stuff. Lauren Boebert, who? She's got her own personal thing. Lauren Boebert, who? Marjorie Taylor Greene. I already went through my own review of that one. All right? But Jim Jordan fires off so many dates. He loves dates. And on August 3rd, 1920... Oh, what? He just loves the dates. He just... And then 2022, you came around. And then 2023, you came around. And then 2024. And then August, September, May, June. And that... Boy, he knows the facts. No, he knows the dates. This is going nowhere. Remember when Zuckerberg came looking scared? What happened to Zuckerberg? Nothing. How about the TikTok guy? How about in 2005, Major League Baseball? How about in 1994, the 7 tobacco execs who all said, I don't think tobacco is addictive. Nothing. But you love it. Senator, please. Senator Kennedy, John Kennedy, would you please, you waste your time by saying hello and setting it up. Now, I'm a reasonable man. I think somebody's like, stretch it out. Why? I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. So what I do is I just talk real slow. And I talk about, there was an old coon dog one time who one time said, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, praise God in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Senator. Thank God it's over. I didn't ask anything again. Never. And they love it. Isn't he something? What is he, Jerry Clower? What is this? Then we got Jim Jordan on August, September, October, November 10th. You know what happens? But the Democrats, they're there. They protest. They're fantastic. And they're going to come out in droves today. And you watch the heritage media, the heritage, statist, sock puppet, corporate, hierarchical, oh Lord. Good day. Imagine being behind John Kennedy at a Wendy's drive-thru. I was wondering if Dave Thomas were here. Sir, can you hurry up, please? I love a hamburger. And I've always enjoyed... Sir, this is a drive-thru, please. What do you want? There's a... you call them French fries. The French call them pomme frite. Papa frita, as my Cuban friends call it. Did you the pang or pan for the bread? Sir, could you just pull over and... lettuce is a wonderful way. It sounds almost like embodied. Let us. So there we have it. And watching 5 minutes of the news is today horrible. So the bottom line is simply this. We're going to finally get to see what the 34 count indictment is. Okay? We're going to see what happens. I hope that Trump gets back in his car and hides, and you don't hear anything. Just start filing, electronic filing. Come on, Takapina. Just start making your... Don't go on TV. Don't do anything. Just file it, file it, file it, file it, file it. That's it. And see what happens. Now, afterwards, after you win, you're going to herald and praise the Constitution. You're going to thank the drafters of the Constitution. God bless America, our system. You can almost make it sound like you feel sorry for Bragg. He was in a tremendous position. He didn't want to do this. Yes, I did. No, he didn't. It's always, there's nothing better than pity. Poor guys. He didn't want to do this. Of all the things, of all the cases. But now we move on, and that's it. And then Trump can go berserk as much as he wants, because that's what he does. But from the lawyers, no. Because you got now round 2, and then round 3, and then round 4, and then round 5, and finally round 6. Remember, this is nowhere near over. Nothing. I don't know where people, they think that this is the fat lady hasn't even cleared her throat yet. Okay? All right. All right, my friends. Now, let me remind you of something. I have foregone, again, my noble and my wonderful sponsors, including MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. Go to MyPillow.com. You put in promo code Lionel and look at what you have right there, including today, these thermally adjusted, kind of like the Higgs boson of pillows. It's incredible. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. Then, My Patriot Supply, remember this, preparewithlionel.com. Right now, this is so important and so critical. Emergency food, you would think, that kind of does the trick. Emergency food, yep. And right now, you could save $200 on each 3-month emergency food kit you purchase. Think about this, 2,000 calories a day, 21 varieties up to a 25-year shelf life. Tasty breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks, resealable heavy-duty 4-layer pouches with oxygen absorbers. Made in the USA, no MSG added, sealed in 6 rugged, water-resistant buckets. It's the most incredible thing. Plus, see the other items they have for you at preparewithlionel.com. Then, EMPs, electromagnetic pulses. Dear Lord, do you know what that would mean? Well, EMP Shield is here to help you. And that's why I want you to go and use and look at just go and look at this incredible information that is available. It is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The information and the data and the genius. This is American-owned, veteran-owned, Midwest. It's perfect. It's beautiful, and it is beauteous. And I think, let me see, our friends at Z-Stack, well, more potions, more elixirs, more incredible items, including my favorite, this wonderful Z-Stack Immune Booster Monster. It's gorgeous. This wonderful admixture of vitamin C, zinc, D3, which I take every single day, and quercetin, which is a flavonoid, an think of it as a free radical neutralizer. And what's free radicals? Oxidation, antioxidant. Your endothelium will thank you because, frankly, you don't eat right. You know it, and I know it. All right, my friends, thank you so much. By the way, we have a quick poll. How many of you like this time better than 9 o'clock? How many people? Be honest. I'm kind of liking 8 o'clock a little bit better. How many? Should I keep 8 a.m.? I'm gonna do a little poll here. Should going to do a poll. Be nice if I did a poll. Okay. Well, they won't let me do a poll. Alrighty. That says a lot. Well, forget it. You know why? Because there's already a poll. And by the way, our poll was up here, and it says, will the Manhattan DA drop all charges against Trump? 32% says no. 30% says yes. 20% says no, it will be a dismissal. 12 says drop what charges? I like that. So I think 8 a.m. is better. How do you think 8 a.m. is better? Yeah. I think it's better. I think we're going to go 8 a.m. We're going to give it a shot. So consider it done. We had a lot more people today. It's nearly 2 p.m. here in the UK. Well, Daddy, fantastic. That's all that matters. You in the UK. Because frankly, where would we be without the UK? And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Okay? And I mean that sincerely because I love everybody. Because you are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You are so beautiful to me. All right, my friends. Don't forget Lionel Legal. Are you doing that yet? Have you signed up for Lionel Legal? This is my other YouTube channel. It's a good one. I've got two. Oh, it's a Dwight good one. I've got two great coming up right now. They're going to be timed. I'm throwing these out. Lionel Legal, Lionel Legal, Lionel Legal. Sign up for that. Subscribe to that. All right, my friends, have a great and glorious day. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, brand new time, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I like it. Let's see what happens. Until then, my friends, keep the faith. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. Until then, remember these valedictories, this word, this finale, this denouement. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.